Hi, this is Richard from ColourLogic in the UK. I'm going to give you a quick demonstration on how to download and install ColourLogic, which is actually a very simple installer. We supply installers for all language versions. So we're going to demonstrate how to go through and do that now. First of all, your client would go to the Support tab, Client Login. The very first time you would load into this area, you would be asked for username and password. Once you've been in there, then obviously you'll be able to access it unlimited. So first of all, we do recommend that you always watch this video at the top. This explains about what the vault is, what you need to do and how it all works. And then from there, it's a case of printing the test forms and the color charts. So there's information telling you what you need to do. Print samples, training, sales, etc. For the installers, we have Mac and PC. So depending on your license you've purchased, if it's a standard license, then go to the standard section. And to explain how this works, we have Mac, so we'll go on to the Mac, and on the top here it does say if you need a version of our installer that is not supported here, you'll need to let us know. We update our installers and then we basically remove any previous older versions. So for example, if you had a custom on a system that predates CS6, then we would need to generate that installer for you. If you have one for Adobe CC, then again we would need to bring that one and install that one for you. We keep updating the CC, so CC went to 2015, then it went to 2015.5, then to 2017. So naturally most people with a Creative Cloud account would be upgrading. So if you need a version that's not shown here, you must tell us. Okay, so let's just assume you're going into the 2017. Then we have two or three sections. First of all, you've got the color palettes. So you click here, and that's going to take you to our Hightail account. And what you would do is then download that to your computer. So let's just let that download, and once that's done we'll come back to it. You'll then do the same thing for Photoshop. You install, click on here, and it will then download to your computer. FX Viewer, the same thing, click and download, and if your customers purchase the pattern effects you need to do that as well. Okay, so once those have downloaded, and we're just downloading the Printers Design Suite now, I'm going to go and open up my downloads, and I will put them on the screen so we can all see it. Okay, so let's just make a new folder so we can keep this nice and tidy, so I can show you because I have a lot of files on my computer. So Image Effects was downloaded, and we're downloading the Printers Design Suite, which is here. So I'll move that over here as well. So those are the two files that I've just downloaded to show you. So let's just do the Design Suite itself. So the Design Suite, as you can see here, when I've opened it up, you'll see all these different languages. So that is every single language that is supported by Adobe. So if you're using an English version of Adobe, then you need to use one of the English installers. Now it's applicable to whether you've got international English or US English. If you're using an Arabic version of Adobe, then obviously you need to run the Arabic installer. So it is very important you use the correct installer for your language. To find out what software you have, you would need to either contact your systems administrator, or a quick way, go onto your applications, and then we can go to applications here, and it's the same on a PC. So go to applications, find something like Illustrator is the best one to look for because that has a preference folder that gives away what language you're using. So I'm going to go into 2017. I'm going to go into my presets, and it shows me here ENGB, that stands for English International. If it was EN US, that's English US. If it was Chinese, it'd have different language support there. Okay, so let's just assume using the International English. You double click and then just follow the instructions on the installer, which comes through here. And basically go through and it'll install it for you, and that is as easy as it is. It's really simple. So find the right language installer, then run the installer, and once you've done so, it'll go through and tell you all this information. We're just going to assume it's done it, and once you go inside Illustrator, so once you open the Illustrator application program, and this is where we recommend that you always really have to watch our training videos. So go to Training. We've got quick start video tutorials that explains about how each application works, but what you're really after are these ones here, the training videos, and we do recommend you have to watch these videos. There's no point in taking the system and trying to do it manually because you need to know how it works. So first of all, things like working with the color palettes, how to create dimensional effect, how to create gradations, etc. All these videos have been created to show you each and every technique that is possible using ColorLogic. So if I want to know how to make a watermark in Photoshop, there's a video that tells me about that. We also have recorded webinars, so again we do ask the customers to watch these videos because it is basically important information about how to run the system, how to install the system, and how to get the best use out of it. Okay, so let's just go back now to the Illustrator just to show you where the color palettes would have loaded. You'd go to Window, you'd go down to Graphic Style Libraries, and you go to ColorLogic. When you load that up, that will then show you every single one of our colors and effects in the system, all pre-built in metallics. It's not a swatch, it is a graphic style. And again, this is explained in our user manual and tutorial videos for those that have watched them. Okay, so that's how to open that one up. Just a quick one here. If you change to large list view, you'll see it nicely like we've got here. Otherwise, in thumbnail, you're not going to really know what all the colors and effects are. So we do recommend looking at it in large list view. Alternatively, if you want to go through and manually make colors and designs, then watch the video tutorials that shows you how to use our CMYK color palettes. When you're working inside Photoshop, let's see what we do with Photoshop. So let's go back to our folder. We have the image effects, and it says here, drag me into Photoshop. Pretty simple an explanation there. It's also explained in our login area for the client. So what that means is you would take this, drag it onto your Photoshop icon, and it will install it for you. That is all you have to do. Extremely simple. So let's just test that now. Let's open up this thing here. Let's just get rid of that image. Okay, so we can take that and drag it onto the Photoshop icon, and then it says image effects is installed. So really simple. We can't make it any easier than drag and drop. If there are any problems with installing that, then obviously you need to let us know, but there should be no issues. We have support for these installers, and we have hundreds and hundreds of people using them and installing them without issue. So if you know there's a problem, or if there's an issue that you don't have the right installer, please do get in contact with us. Okay, thanks, and hope you install safely, but get in touch if you don't.